Hey, it's Drew Bennett from Ben Spark Family Adventures back with another video, but this time I'm joined by my daughter, Eva.
Hi.
And we're going to be talking about The Legend of Korra, the Steelbook. It just came out today. It is available on Amazon. We received it for free from Paramount Home Entertainment and Nickelodeon. Together they sent us this so we could promote that and talk about it because it's incredible. And we are big fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. I personally found The Legend of Korra something that I enjoyed more than Avatar. I liked Avatar, but I found The Legend of Korra something that I enjoyed more. How about you?
That's interesting.
Yeah?
I really love them both. Don't get me wrong, but I like Legend of Korra. It was cool to see like a strong female protagonist. That was really cool. So.
The neat thing about this is that when Avatar ended up on Netflix, I said, oh, I think the kids will like this. Let's get into a series together and we'll enjoy it. And we watched 2 episodes and the kids were like, we don't want it. And then Eva discovered it on her own afterwards, went through the entire series, and was just like, Dad, catch up. Like, I wanted to watch this with you.
But the thing is, I don't like being told, hey, you'll like this, you should watch it. Because then I feel pressured to watch it, and that I like enjoying it on my own time.
So you discovered it all on your own, and then you became a super fan, way beyond a fan that I could become. She knows so much more about both series that it's like we're going through we're watching the audio commentary, and there's tons of audio commentary in the Blu-rays. It's awesome. There's
cool.
so cool things happening there. But we're going through it. She's like, yeah, I knew that. And then this is, and then they'll talk about this. Then they'll talk about this. It's like, okay. It was also cool too because we listened to the commentary on the very last episode, and they were talking to Joaquin Dos Santos and Lauren Montgomery, and they were talking about doing another project, and that other project was Voltron: Legendary Defender. And the thing is, I got to go out to DreamWorks Studios and actually meet them and interview them. So we're watching this, and I'm like, they're talking about that. Like, they didn't say it, but they're talking about that project. And I saw them, like, right after that and met them. It was very cool. I never got to meet the directors and creators of Avatar, but boy, cross my fingers and heart, if I ever get to do that, we could, even if it's like a Zoom thing,
cool.
That would be awesome. So, all right, strong female protagonist. That's something that you really enjoy.
I really love that.
What else did you enjoy in this series? What was like the kind of the cool things that you saw in the series?
I liked that Korra was so different from Aang. That she, like when she was a kid, that she was so excited to be the Avatar. And when we first meet her, she's like, I'm gonna be the Avatar and you guys gotta deal with it!
Right.
That's her whole attitude towards being the Avatar for like the beginning of the series. And
right.
I really liked
she pushed ahead, lots of action.
Yes.
Not really thinking about the consequences of a lot of things.
Not really.
And that was
but
the
it's
thing.
Okay.
There was like the difference because Aang was an airbender, and a lot of airbenders were very spiritual. So he had years and years of training in, like, even though he was goofy and off the wall, he still had years and years of training, so he had connection with spirit. But Korra actually had to find her connection to the spirit world, and that was an interesting way of approaching it, I thought. Yeah.
Definitely, that's true.
So, but we like Korra so much that, in addition to watching all of the series, we even got we went out and bought all of the comics. And the comics end up going like right after the end of the series. It's almost like a book 5, those two together.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I love how every season they're talking about, in order to defeat this person, I'm going to have to like kill this person, but she finds another way.
Yeah.
And that is pretty awesome. And actually being able to meet with her enemies and learn something from them, that was really, I'm thinking book 3 where the group of the what were they called, the Red Lotus,
I think so,
when they came after her, they were really powerful. And then when they were recaught, she goes and she visits that person, right? Isn't that? Or was that in the comics?
No. That's
season 3,
I think.
season 3. So she gets to talk to her her, because he's the one who put all the metal, and then she spoke to him after she got the metal removed.
Don't spoil too much, Dad.
I don't want to spoil a lot, but boy, it was some really cool stuff that happened, and I liked
so awesome.
lava bending. Wow,
okay,
that was
lava
awesome.
bending was so
Lava
cool.
bending was cool. The metal bending, the way they did all the metal bending was amazing.
I do love the way they did metal bending.
But let's talk more about the actual Steelbook and the things that come with it, because there are some amazing featurettes in there. I'm thinking specifically the Puppet Master one.
Those are so funny.
They have these really funny things with these puppets, actual puppets, talking about the series and talking about stuff, and it's hilarious. So that's really good. But then also watching the animatics and the actual the action at the same time, and having them talk about the animatics and why they did certain things. You just see that the scope of this series is so cinematic overall. There are some really big set pieces that happen with it, and that just locations and action scenes. These are some amazing action scenes, and I thought, wow, this is so cool.
It is.
All right, so final thoughts on the Steelbook. What do you think? Oh, let's actually, because these Steelbook covers are just incredible. I don't know if this even does it justice for taking a look at it, but they have some really nice images and nice hard steel covers. Eva's very favorite one there, Korra and Asami.
Definitely my favorite of their
Korra
art.
waterbending.
It's so pretty.
Yes,
It's
it is.
so
It is very pretty. Korra firebending, and then let's see.
Korra and Aang.
Korra and Aang. So there's some really neat stuff.
To this one.
Yeah.
I'll try to show that.
So I like how this whole thing was done. It's awesome. I appreciate that we received it.
So glad we got it.
Anything that while we were listening to, because we listened mostly to the commentary, because that is where we wanted to find more information, and because you've got all these special features with this, it's packed with stuff. We really want to watch the New York Comic Con, the 2014 New York Comic Con panel. We knew we weren't going to have enough time last night, so we haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
But we want to check that out. And there was some neat stuff. So what else?
Cool.
What else do you want to mention?
Just in general?
Yeah, in general about the Steelbooks in general, or in the Steelbooks, and then anything in general about Korra.
Okay.
Do you want this?
What?
Do you want this right now?
No, put it back in the thing.
Okay, I'll put it back in.
Okay. I liked. Okay, so talking about Asami, I liked in her character that they didn't just make her a stereotypical a pretty girl. That she was also kind of the brains of the group. Not saying that the rest of them aren't, but she kind of ties them all together.
She's definitely the brains.
Definitely.
She was so competent in her own right, not only with being physical and fighting, but also very, very intelligent and gorgeous. I mean, she had all these things wrapped in one. So it's cool. She's gonna be evil. That's you think you think she's gonna be evil, and then you find out, oh no, she's not. I just thought, I'm they just introduced somebody who's part of this corporation sort of thing, and it's is she gonna be evil? But you find out she's not, and she's awesome. So.
She's so awesome.
I think besides Korra, Asami is one of my favorite characters. I like Bolin though too. Bolin,
you can't not.
Yeah, you
love
can't
Bolin.
not love Bolin. And then
so
we're kind of split on Mako. Eva has because Mako. The whole love triangle thing,
that kind of messes me up.
Yeah, that's kind of that's very messy, and but I think he eventually came to, deal with it and move on, and he's happy for his friend.
He definitely did.
So,
I give him a lot more trouble than.
Oh yeah,
it's mostly.
I started watching it She's oh Mako, I can't stand Mako, and I'm like, who's Mako? And What's really cool is that Mako is named for the actor Mako, who was the voice of
Iroh,
Uncle Iroh,
in the original series.
Yeah, so that we loved Uncle Iroh. How can you not love Uncle Iroh?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can't. You got it. So, I one of the things that I particularly did not like about this series was that it only briefly mentioned Sokka. And
I know, Sokka deserves more.
Sokka deserves a lot more
He
because
does.
he was like, I want to say, in a way, he's kind of the Asami of of Team Aang, because he was the brains coming up with different plans, even though they were kind of ridiculous at first. But he learned, and I saw this meme the other day about how he mastered the non-bending things,
the non-bending styles for all four nations.
Yeah, so that was super cool. And when he started learning the sword, like, he became something amazing. And then you only get him briefly in Legend of Korra, even though, you know, I mean, you get a lot of Katara, Aang, you know, and you get a very brief thing with Zuko, but you know, but you don't even actually see him other than a flashback, and I wanted Sokka to have more, but that's just me.
I would like to also add that Suki does not get enough appreciation, just in general.
In general,
she's really cool, so she definitely needs more appreciation.
Yeah. So I mean, there's so much coming from Avatar and Korra. I mean, they've started a new studio that's specifically about creating more content. So whether it's going to be more specifically about these characters or all new characters, maybe different stories, who knows? But there's a lot coming, and if you want to get in and you want to take in everything about The Legend of Korra, definitely get the Steelbooks and listen to the commentary, because they're awesome.
And read the comics
and
too.
read the comics too. So we'd like to thank Paramount Home
Definitely. Thank you so
and
much.
also Nickelodeon for sending us these for free so that we could talk about them. They're awesome. They're amazing. And I'll put a link in the show notes below where you can get your own set of these. So anyway, this is Drew Bennett from Ben Spark Family Adventures, along with
Eva.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter as Ben Spark, Facebook.com/Ben Spark Family Adventures, and you can find me here making videos all the time. Thanks for watching.
Bye.